Hey guys, how are ya? Hey guys, can you hear me?
Are you there, Nick?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great. What's up, John? 2 times in 1 week. I'm blessed.
I know, right? Kind of surprised. You want me to turn the video on as well?
Yeah, I'd love to see you guys. There we go. Oh, you guys got a nicer training room than I was just at.
Are you able to adjust it up a little bit? I can adjust mine. Hang on one second.
Guys, how are ya?
We'll shine you right at Billy.
There you go. Well, 2 times in 1 week, you're stuck with me. You can't get rid of me.
Yo, we choose to keep you around, Nick. We choose to keep you around.
Like a bad penny.
Like a bad penny.
Keep showing up.
Keep coming up. Keep throwing me out. Well, hey guys, I really appreciate you taking some time with me today. I was just with John and Bill and Jen down in Tampa, learning more about what Exit's got in store for us, and we're two of the biggest offices they've got, and we're excited what we've got planned. But I wanted to see, John, what would you like your team to learn today? I mean, I'm obviously I don't know everything, but I've got some cool stuff I work on with Project X and within Exit. So tell me what you guys were thinking.
RPR?
Yes, RPR is my jam. How many of you guys are using RPR right now?
We got about 4, Nick. 4 out of 25 in the office, right in this place.
Perfect stats. That is, you guys are still double the national average. So it's less than 10% of realtors. And actually, they say that it's almost like 1% of realtors are actually using Realtors Property Resource. And the reason why I'm picking up my phone and showing it to you guys, if you do not already have Realtors Property Resource downloaded to your phone, you're going to want to download Realtors Property Resource to your phone right now. I am recording this session, so then that way you guys can replay this over and over, make fun of me later. But we've got an hour together. I want to show you kind of like a best of to start. And then, as we go through this, maybe that means we come back together again, explore more, see how it works with some other resources. But Realtors Property Resource is one of my favorite tools, and it's also one of my favorite prices. Free 99, $0. It's probably one of the few things the National Association of Realtors, in my mind, does right is this tool. So let me show it to you. And again, it is both for your desktop and it is for your laptop. It is for your cell phone. It's an Android app and it's an iPhone app. So I'm going to dive right into it. And again, if you don't already have the Realtors Property Resource app on your phone, you're going to want to go get it for your phone. But how you access it on your desktop or laptop, there may be already a link from. If there's not a link from your MLS, you just go straight to narrpr.com. Again, that's narrpr.com. And they're going to ask you to log in the first time. You might need your NERD, your NRDS number from the National Association of Realtors. I bet you your office admin, your amazing support staff can get that for you if you don't know it. But once you log in, there's very little you need to do to set up your profile. But let's kind of start there for those of you guys that have not been in the system yet. We'll just do this as a very basic overview, and then we'll dive deeper for those of you, the 4 of the 25 that are here with me. I'm going to show you some new cool stuff they're doing too. So go ahead and click on your profile to start. I use my logo. So I've got a little personal logo and then I got the Exit logo next to it. In my state, you've got to have, if you have a personal logo, you've got to have the office logo at least as big as that. That's a state-by-state thing. But get a logo in there. Get your headshot, hopefully a recent headshot in there. I like to have my headshot branded the same way across every account. This may not be the freshest headshot. I think this is 2021. So John and Jen saw me in person. They're probably like, he's looking a little busted these days from 2021, but aren't we all? It's been a tough market, right? Get a headshot, be consistent across all social media platforms in your RPR reports, because I want you to start sending out RPR reports as if it's like an MLS search. This should be a daily habit for you, in my opinion, of sending out RPR reports. Maybe it's to past clients, maybe it's to future clients, maybe it's to prospects. There's so much gold in RPR, Realtors Property Resource. I want you to start using it. So let's make sure your logo and your headshot and all that good stuff looks good. Okay. So again, you've got access to it. It connects to Realtor. It connects to Realtor.com. I don't know if you care about that or not. If you're in commercial, it connects to Crexy. So if you've got Crexy, so this is a big tool for those of you that say, I want to do commercial. John, you guys got some people that want to do commercial or are doing commercial, right? You just bought a beautiful commercial building you guys are in.
We do have a commercial. It's not a ton, but Bill and I, we help them typically through that process, but we do have agents that do it.
So guys, let's start. That's a great intro to how is this product so cool. What I love about Realtors Property Resource is several different things. Number one, it's something that we can all learn and grow in together as an exit family, because I got to tell you, very few brokerages seem to understand the power of Realtors Property Resource. That's why I'm so passionate about it, because I'm like, look, if everybody's got access to this nationwide as a National Association of Realtors member, but nobody's training you on this, this could be an exit advantage. This could be a way that we all grow, do better together, have more prospecting opportunities, have more recruiting and attracting opportunities. So this is a big deal to me. It's a passion project of mine. So download RPR Mobile if you haven't already. And then what I love about it, that not only it crosses state lines, I don't have access to your MLS, but I can right now go into St. Louis or any area, any town. I can go into my hometown. I can go into Tampa, Florida. I was born in St. Petersburg, Florida. I can go anywhere and have access to the MLS there. Basically, not the full MLS, but I have access to the data from the MLS through this RPR feed. So it's a really cool thing also for you guys to start building what? Referral business outside your natural area. Because what happens when you're like, you got a friend that they say, oh, do you service, you guys are in St. Louis, so Branson Lake or something like that. Do you guys service blank area that you may actually not service? Oh, you know what? I can pull some basic information for you in that area. Let me get you some basic information. I've got a great referral partner there. And then you go find the referral partner. And by the way, because you've done a little bit of preliminary work that I'm going to show you can do, because all of these reports I'm going to show you can pull today, they can be pulled not only in your natural market area, but they can be pulled in any other area as well. So you could be pulling data and be a nationwide resource for real estate information, even if you're not licensed in another state. Now, you're not selling real estate in that area, but think of expansion, guys. We want to build up your referral network. RPR, Realtors Property Resource, is a way to do that. This is how I've been selling Airbnb properties in states I don't live in. So I have friends that they're like, Nick, I see you traveling. I want, you're doing Airbnb investing. What's going on with that? Like, oh, let me show you what's going on in this area. I don't have a license in some of these states that I'm saying at these Airbnbs at, but guess what? I can show them the data on the area in any given area, what's going on in that market. And then for you as an agent, that tees you up for even higher referral fees, because you've got this prospect hyped up and you've already done all this work. I don't think I need just a 25% referral fee as an agent. See what I'm saying there, guys? Like, if you can build a relationship with a consumer and get them hyped up about an area that you don't have a license in, you could be using this product to actually get business in areas you don't already do business. But let's show you how to do business in your area. So I'm going to pick on my own neighborhood first to start, and then that way we can expand from there. So again, at home, use narrpr.com and then download the RPR Realtors Property Resource app. You're going to love it. So for kind of an overview, because there's a lot. This is probably so to become a certified trainer in Realtors Property Resource, it takes, I mean, months to become. So I'm a certified trainer in it. There's only 12 in the state of Illinois. There's 2 in the city of Chicago. Which by the way, John, that may be something for you guys to think about, and Bill, that somebody becomes a certified trainer in it, because if you guys can train it, wow, what a resource for other realtors, because this thing is gold. So right up here at the top, you guys can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, right up here at the top, you'll see there's a toggle button between residential and commercial. So not only does it allow you to go outside your own MLS, it also allows you to do residential and commercial. We're just going to hit the tip of the iceberg today with this. But what does RPR Realtors Property Resource do for you? Well, there's some great things. So number one, what I love about it is it can find distressed properties. So right now, are there a lot of foreclosures or pre-foreclosures in your area?
No.
Are you sure?
Not really.
Okay. Well, actually, let's do a live demo and see if I'm wrong. I'm as John and Jen can tell you, I'm wrong more than once, but not often. All right, let's go. I have screwed up a time or two. I think there are some pre-foreclosures in your area. People are broke, guys. You know, this economy is not as great as the stock market seems. There are people missing payments. You could be prospecting for people that are potentially in short sale situations that are missing payments. Is it a distressed property? Are your clients, and maybe I'm being market specific, are people asking you, hey, do you know of any properties that are in foreclosure or pre-foreclosure? Where are the deals? Do you guys get those questions?
Yeah.
Yes, you do? Okay. So since you do, and we do too, let me show you how to find the deals. So you literally go into Realtors Property Resource, and then you can type any location. So I'm going to pick on my neighborhood, 60657. And then you do public records as your search. And you're going to click on more filters and scroll down. You're going to see pre-foreclosure, because I said the other day, there can't be there can't be that many things going on in my neighborhood, right? That are pre-foreclosure. I live in a good neighborhood. Like people are paying their bills. You would be surprised. Let me show you what's up. So you click on pre-foreclosure. So in other words, things that are in Liz Pettins, like they've missed a couple payments. There's been a filing, but that's not at the auction yet. Let's go ahead and filter for that. I got a bunch of them. 20 properties in my neighborhood. And I live by, so most of you guys don't know me like John and Jen do. I live by Wrigley Field in Chicago. I live 5 blocks from where the Cubs play. So my house, Exit Realty Residuals, I got my townhouse through literally recruiting people to exit and keeping them growing. It's been a great run here. And guess what? This neighborhood that I think is so great, there's 20 foreclosures in it right now, pre-foreclosures. Look at it. 1.3 million. Somebody's not making their payments over on Hermitage. Somebody's not making their payment on Honore. And all these are, by the way, look at them. They're all off market. What would that mean for you guys? Shouldn't you be farming those? Shouldn't you be reaching out to those homeowners? Say, hey, you might be in some trouble, right? I can help you. We can help you. We can help you sell your house. You guys do short sales there, right? Yeah. Guys, need more listings? There you go. There's some potential listings for you right there. So from the top, there's step one piece of nugget of RPR right there. Literally just going under the research tab, getting the zip code, and then under more filters, and you got to type. A lot of people that when they say, "Oh, I didn't find any," I said, "Well, don't click on for sale and for lease, we're not looking for properties for sale. We're looking for public records. And then you're going to look under the advanced filters and you're select, by the way, property types all, because I'm also looking at multi-unit buildings. There's a lot of commercial property that is in distress. That's how I found where my new office space is. So I've got a lease with option on my office space, which John, you and I were talking about when we were down in Tampa. I've got to buy my office building. You guys are with smarter owners than than my exit office has, because my agents, but I'm a dum-dum. I didn't buy a building like John and Jen and Bill. Like, that's, you guys have smarter owners. This this guys, you guys have smart people up there. So let's go ahead and do another round of prospecting. So that found us 22. Notice I said 20 earlier. Now we're up to 22 because I added that extra filter. It gave us 2 more. And I think that was the commercial pieces. So there's something commercial on here too. Look at these guys. Those are properties to prospect. Okay, so we talked a little bit about pre-foreclosures. What about buyers? How do you educate buyers using Realtors Property Resource? This is amazing. When you go out to show a property. So for example, actually, I'm going to follow along with me inside because I'm a real life agent just like you guys. I'm tonight going to show a property at, let me see my calendar. $3728 North Jansen. What do you guys, when you're out in the field, what do you guys bring when you're showing a property?
An MLS sheet.
Okay, not bad. But what if you, especially when you haven't met the people before, or for example, maybe they don't know you a lot, they don't know you well, or you're competing for their business, or aren't we all singing for our supper now as realtors? This is a perfect example. This guy that I'm going to be showing this property to tonight. I have yet to have him sign a buyer broker agreement because he's a friend. He just got a divorce. He just moved back to Chicago. I got him a rental. I got him an apartment for now, a crash pad. But now he's got to go and actually find a permanent place to live. Well, I'm going to have a conversation with him. Hey, buddy, we're going to be working together. I don't work for free. I hope I'm going to be paid my commission. But if not, by the seller, you might have to pay me. I got to sing for my supper. What am I worth? I want to be able to show every consumer how good I am. And so when you show up with just an MLS sheet, that's not great. I would love to see you guys show up with a little more. And that's the beauty of RPR. So when you show up at a property with a report from RPR, it looks a lot better. So check this out. So instead of just the MLS sheet, you can create a report on the property. So this is actually what I'm going to bring to my friend John JC tonight when he rolls up to 3728 North Jansen Unit B for $675. I'm going to create a report right now. So you click on a report, you can do a buyer template, a seller template, any of them. And the beauty of it is it's downloadable, it's shareable, it's cute stuff, but you don't do anything. It's in 5 seconds, branded to you. Watch this. Okay, so we're going to do a property report that's going to tell you more about the property, but also the area. Another great thing is the market activity report, like what's going on in the market around it. So I'm going to run both reports for you and we'll compare them. Does that sound good, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so these reports take about 2 minutes to run. And by the way, they are amazing in the app. Like literally, you can generate it in the app and send. You're gonna hear a little doorbell sound. All right, so let's download that report. Let's take a look at the sucker. What did I do in the last 2 minutes? Not generating this. Look at this. So this is a 26 page, which, maybe you don't print it out on paper, but here's a bunch of data. When you're meeting a stranger, a Zillow lead, maybe, or a referral from a friend that you don't know this person, here's how you provide value. Here's all the different things about the area, quality of life. Like, what if this stranger has no idea where they're at? So this is a bit more about the property, but here's a really good, another one to a report to run, one of my favorites, which is the market activity report when you first meet someone, buyer or seller. So let's run that report. And again, these take 2 minutes to run, and you're not doing a darn thing. So it's going to run not on the property. This is now a market area report. So it's going to pull up the zip code. You can hear the little doorbell ring in a second. Let's check that sucker out. And again, this is beautiful on the app too. So now, if this is a stranger that they don't know the neighborhood, they don't know the area, this is a really cool thing. And even just, guys, could you imagine like doing a little TikTok review of this? Do a screen share or a dub recording of this and talk over it. Hey guys, market update. Look at all this data. All this rich data on the market. Makes you look like an expert in what? 2 minutes. You didn't have to do a thing. All done for you. Because we need to be smarter about the way we show up to our listings and the way we show up to our buyers. The more I'm hearing about these copycat lawsuits and all this other stuff going on, that there's more mess about our commissions going on out there, guys. You need to look great when you show up out there. RPR helps you do that. Look at this. I didn't do any of this. 2 minutes. All done for me. So when I roll up tonight to my friend John, JC, I'm going to be like, here's a market report. Here's an area report. Do you print it out? Maybe not. Do you send it to him as an email? Absolutely. All this data. Okay. So there's two baseline pieces for you of what RPR can do. Let's get into a little bit more. What else can RPR do for you? Well. Let me tell you. Commercial, RPR can do a huge amount for you in commercial as well. So if you click this tab at the top from residential to commercial, now you've got all this nerdy stuff, like as if you're in CoStar, LoopNet, all those things that cost thousands of dollars to get those data and those market reports that they have. Guess what? You actually can get commercial real estate data as a residential agent. Your license in Missouri and in Illinois doesn't matter. You're an agent. You're a real estate agent. You sell property. So stop putting a filter on yourself and thinking you can't sell commercial. You can sell commercial. To your management about, contracts and stuff like that. But look at this. The information you can get on a property or an area. So I have a listing right now, actually, at 33 East Division Street in Chicago, which is in the Chicago Gold Coast neighborhood. Actually, one of my agents in our office, it expired with another agent. And so it was an expired listing. She cold called them. It was a $3 million listing, a multi-unit building, listed, in my opinion, terribly by the last agent. So we put it back on the market and we said, this could be a single family home. It could be a multi-unit building. We've got to market it in multiple ways. We got to pull up all the information on it. So in the commercial tab in RPR, you can pull up all kinds of information about an area as far as like, what does it look like for traffic count? All that kind of nerdy stuff for commercial. So if you guys are doing any like sort of like, does anybody want to like open a hair salon? What's the traffic count outside that hair salon? Or what, your friends that buy houses and sell houses with you, they also want to own businesses probably. They're entrepreneurs, they're starting companies, they're doing other things. You got to want to be their realtor for life in all areas and let them know that you can help them in all ways, not just buy and sell houses. So think about that. RPR can expand your horizons and your income streams. So I want to show you a trade area report. It takes about 2 minutes. I'll do that cheesy doorbell in a second. Am I boring you guys yet?
No.
There you go. So this is another, again, don't burn up John, Bill, and Jen's printers and print all this stuff out. But I gotta tell you, it does look really good when you start to, if you need to do a presentation to somebody, buyer or seller, a lot of data, rich data on an area. So if you guys want to nerd out a little bit, this is where you go. RPR, Realtors Property Resource, is just an incredible resource. There's that traffic counts. If you guys have ever done any commercial or heard a conversation about traffic counts, that's a big thing in commercial real estate. So you can do your real estate license allows you to do a lot of different things. You just need to be open to the conversation, but also be talking about multiple types of real estate. You can't just put yourself in a box of I sell houses, you sell condos, you sell mobile homes, you sell whatever your license allows you to do legally and ethically that you feel comfortable doing and that you want to do, that you're comfortable doing. This is an amazing tool to help you expand your horizons. Um, Guys, what questions do you have so far about RPR?
Anybody? They said they like it.
Like it. They like it. Okay. You want me to keep?
Do you know if you can see stuff on CoStar? Because I know that normally you have to pay for a membership, or can you actually see the actual listings from CoStar on RPR?
So the RPR feeds are only going to feed. So let's get into that. So it's not it does not have a feed to CoStar. So
Okay.
it has every property record in America, basically. So it's got all the information. So for example, CoStar is I call it the commercial MLS. So it doesn't have a feed to what's available, but it has a feed of all the properties. So it's got all the same information. It does have a feed for what's on the MLS in your area. Now, it does have access to Crexy if you're in commercial. It feeds into Crexy.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to show you some more really cool things. I'm going to nerd out a little bit more with you guys in here. So there are other fun things you could do as far as not only creating reports, there's also the prospecting features, which you can prospect for a lot of different types of clients. You can prospect for buyers, you can prospect for sellers. They've got a bunch of tutorials that they can walk you through. One of the things that I like also, you can research investor pieces. Let's check this out. So I want to show you this. If I go into a specific property, I'm going to go into my Division Street listing. East Division. There we go. And so again, it's any property in America. So you can see it's on the market, but doesn't have to be on the market. Any property, you can do a huge amount of research on that property. Let me show you what I mean by that. So if you scroll down, and again, I'm in the commercial tab right now, but you can also in the residential tab, there's a huge amount of additional resources that I want to show you. So let's look here. So in the commercial tab, you can click on what's called Valuate. And Valuate is going to allow you to analyze a property's investment potential. And they've got a bunch of training on this. So my goal with you guys today, I think John and Bill's goal for today was just to kind of get you excited about the product. That it's free, so just start using it. This is just like a entry level, like a burner level idea. Like, hey, come here, come look at it. But then I want you to do a deep dive at home later on. But look at some of this, what it does. So you can do a deep dive, and all this stuff is free. So for those of you guys that are data nerds, you will go crazy with this stuff. So you can play with these numbers where it'll allow you to put up. Do you guys know what a pro forma is? So it'll allow you to analyze like investment income over time, cash flow. So it'll literally show you like over the life of a loan, how much something will be productive, like what's your return on investment. So there's really, really amazing things that it can do to show a client, is this worth my while? Does it make sense to buy this property? And so cash flow, rent roll, you can play with all these numbers. I mean, I don't know another product out there that does anything like this. So this is all, again, free to you through the National Association of Realtors, through those silly dues that we all complain about. So that's one of the pieces. Let me show you some more. So ComStack, it's free. That will allow you to get a database of comps for sales and leases. And you can sign up for that for free. So I've signed up for ComStack. You can go ahead and sign up for ComStack. If you guys need commercial comps beyond the MLS, so I think somebody asked that about CoStar. This is it's a bit of a data exchange. So that will be helpful for you. All right, let's go back to the residential side though, because I want to show you the cool pieces from the residential portion. All right, look at this. Climate check. Now, I don't know who cares about, green and all that kind of stuff, but you'll get questions, weird stuff. Climate change risk, random stuff like that. If you're going to be working with somebody that's in a waterfront area, talking about floods, things like that, they've got information on that. I never really thought about any of that. And then I had somebody ask me, like, oh, what's the percentage of some weird question about climate change? I'm like, what are you talking about? I live in Chicago. Like you're buying a house in Chicago. What are you worried about? We don't live near a body of water that's going to flood. It just kind of shocked me. People are thinking, differently than they used to. All right, well, you've got this climate check button that you can check out. Some interesting pieces there. Now, then there's something called First Street. And this is more like fire and things like that. Like we just had those big fires out in LA. I don't know whether people are going to care about that kind of stuff, but if you have more data than anyone else, what does that do as your value proposition to buyers and sellers? Guys, the more you can become nerds of real estate, become a nerd. I'm a nerd. This is what I do nights and weekends. Yeah, well, not always, but this is how I spend a lot of my time. And I got to tell you, it's made me a lot of money. It's made me a lot of money. Being a nerd is not cool always, but you know what? It's kind of great because it makes you very unique in this market where there's too many realtors. and not enough deals. So geek out on this stuff, guys. You know, that's why they threw me a little cash today to come in and say hello, because really you have a unique opportunity in this market to nerd out, because we're not that busy. I mean, talk to me, guys. Are you guys that busy that you don't have time to learn a new tool?
They said no.
I know you're not that busy, because I'm not that busy, and none are any of my 250 agents. So we're a little bigger than you guys. You guys produce more per agent than we do, because John and Bill and Jen, I think, scare you guys more than I scare my agents. No, I'm just kidding. But whatever you guys are doing something right. But I got a lot of agents, and we're not that busy. We are, as an industry, not that busy. We have to get better and smarter as agents. So I really encourage you guys. This is a really freaking cool tool. Now, can I get into the fun part of social media? This is like John asked me to teach on RPR. Like, that's a nerd product. I love it. But you know what I also really like? Social media. So let me show you how to make this fun for the people. All right, let's go into the marketing tab. So I love when you can go into, there's a couple different things that are fun in here. The residential market trends button is one of my favorites. So let's go into 60657. It's my home neighborhood. I'm just doing mine as a demo. Guys, please go ahead and do this on your own. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how fun this is. You guys need some more social media content, right?
Yes, sir.
Because we're not selling 100 homes a day. We don't have 100 closings. It's like, I remember when all my feed used to be like, remember 2021 and 2022 when all our feed was like another happy client, you know, the 3% interest rate, and then there I am cheesy handing them something with a bottle of champagne. My feed was filled with pictures of myself and my clients at closings, buyers, buyers, buyers. My feed now is very empty of that. You know, it's like we're not doing as much business because there's not as much business out there to do. So we've got to talk about real estate to get more people interested in real estate. So here's how you do it. Here's some great tools. So this is the market trends feature. So again, in RPR, this is under the research tab button. This is called the residential market trends. What I like about this one is some of my agents tell me, they're like, Nick, you like to talk, you like to be on video. We don't like that stuff. We don't like to, we don't want to be on video. We don't know what to say. Guess what? Chat GPT is built right in. AI is built right in to RPR. So you can at any point create a script. So you just literally click on, and this works in the mobile app really amazing, because the mobile app, it literally will sit there and tell you, you can read it into the screen while you're talking, like for a TikTok video. I can't see who's in there. Like if there's some younger people than me that are like, oh, they're TikTok friendly, but for the young folk, TikTok, you can literally sit there and read the screen. This is that easy. So how do you do it? It's called Market Trends Script Writer. So I'm on the beta test of most of their products at RPR because I'm a certified trainer with them. I'm a nerd. They must know that I have no life and that I like this stuff. So they send me stuff to try out. So this is really cool. You can create a script for anything. So any of these market statistics, you can create a script for that, and you can change your tone. So maybe mine's professional, maybe it's engaging. You can choose your audience. Do you want it to be a video script? That'll be one thing. You go to social campaign, it'll make hashtags for you. If you don't understand what metrics are, so if you're already like, this man is a nerd and he's nerding out and I don't understand what this stuff is, guess what? There's a button called Analyze Metrics that will explain the metrics for you, because this stuff sometimes is overwhelming. Like some of these stuff, like I don't know the average of a blank, blank, blank. I don't know what some of this stuff means. It will spell it out for you. And so you can literally look at this, guys. Can you see this? The attention Chicago buyers and sellers. You can cut and paste that script directly into your text or your post that you're going to do about this. So let me show you how easy this is from the top. Okay, so there is a cool little market trends right here. 1.2 months of inventory. Balanced market right now, it looks like. So I'm going to share this. But before I do, I'm going to create the script. I'm going to do a social campaign. Literally cut and paste. Copy. Share it. You can link it to Facebook, Twitter, aka X, LinkedIn. You can screen share it on Instagram. By the way, guys, if you don't know how to do a screen record, so you can record your screen, I use a product called Dubb, D-U-B-B. Go to my website. It's coachwithprojectx.com. Go to coachwithprojectx.com, and there's a screen record product called Dubb that I swear by. You can record your screen, so you can literally talk and have like you can see yourself in the corner. You don't have to be on the screen at all. If you don't like video, but you want to nerd out and talk about these statistics, Dubb is a great product to use. So I'm going to go ahead and share this market chart right now. We'll go on X on Twitter.
Coach with Project X.
Coachwithprojectx.com. Now, I don't love that that's not showing up with my, I want the stat. Where is that? Do it on Facebook. So I'm literally going to do this right now, guys. Live demo. Boom. Done. Now, I should have done a cool video with that, etc. But I mean, guys, there's nerd out data. There's a bunch of stuff. Do you need content? Do you need data? I got you. RPR's got you. Do you need scripts? RPR's got you. Look at this. Do you need hashtags? Do you need to know what to post? Etc. Etc. RPR's got you. It's all paid for your national association. Keep paying your realtor dues because this tool will help you get more clients. Trust me. What else, guys, can I tell you about RPR in a nutshell? We've got 15 minutes left. We can go into some more advanced stuff too.
What else you got, Nick? A little bit more advanced on the residential side that could be helpful.
On the residential side, in terms of RPR, let's go back into the prospecting feature. So what do you guys use? So let me ask you guys this. What do you guys use for what do you guys use as a CMA?
I think most people are going to use the Maris as their CMA.
As what do you do?
Using the Maris tab. We have a tab on Maris that you can create the CMA with. A lot of people have listing books here. So they have a listing presentation book that's already pre-done. Then they bring the CMA that comes off of Maris. The listing book is unique to them. So they'll have their own, what they provide as their service. And then they carry the CMA with them separately, which talks about the value of the home and information about that particular area.
So I would encourage them to start thinking about doing these reports, then adding these reports to your CMA, because the more data you can give people, the better. And the more, and think of it this way, the more data you can give people in general, not only when you're out on a listing appointment, but in general on a whole market area. So I want to be a nerd of real estate. So literally, if you go to we can update this right now. We can go to my website and just nerd stuff in here. But this is how I sell $24 million a year in a good year of real estate. Look at this. So if you go into Nick's area research on Lakeview, so this is my home neighborhood. This is the neighborhood that I'm all over. I've got all this stuff. So I've got school reports. How many guys did you guys want to do school reports? What are the schools like in your area? That's kind of a touchy subject for some people. Like, how do you pull up the school? Do you guys have a tool that you use for like what are the good schools?
Um, I don't know. I mean, I think we just know from living here what the good schools are. It's just like common knowledge, but is there a feature there that can tell you like crime statistics or like what's a good, what's a bad neighborhood?
Yes, we can show you that. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go into the school search. So you want to go into a school. So I get this a lot because I don't have kids. So I couldn't tell you, my experience with what's going on with the school at all. However, I have a lot of clients with kids. More and more of my clients are like, Nick, you need to know what the schools are like because we're having kid number two or what's going on over here. If you don't have data on the schools, and I've learned this over the last decade, you just need to be conscious of it both for resale value and your future clients. Get into the school information because I've started to really realize that that was an area I was lacking in. So as I geeked up on it, magically my clients with kids started referring me more clients. And I should talk about schools more. So if you're not talking about the schools, even if you don't have kids, guys, start talking about the schools. So let's see. Harriet Tubman is right by me. Let's see if she pulls up Tubman.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
That, when you were just a screen back and you had all those videos and content listed, is that what you have saved to yeah, is that what you have saved? Is that RPR or that's your agent website?
Okay, so look, for website, you can do this on, you can literally do this to your Exit Realty website. You could put this as a link. You could do link tree. You can nerd out anywhere. Where I put these. So this is just a tab. So that Nick's area research, it's a Google Drive folder. So all that link it goes to a Google Drive folder.
Okay.
So and I should build this out. You could build out, you could probably be the social media king or the search engine SOI, search engine optimization king or queen, geeking out on this information because you could go market by market, zip code by zip code, school by school, town by town. All this stuff is sitting there. You could download it and then put it in your Google Drive folders, and it could be everywhere. And all of this stuff, by the way, is great content to use in the expert marketing suite. Let me show you that. Because you know what I hate at an open house? A dumb agent that, we're all real estate agents, so I can speak mean a little bit, make fun of us as an industry. I can't stand when I roll up to an open house, especially an exit open house, an exit strategy open house, and I lose my marbles when I see my agent with like just the MLS sheet. That's all you got? No, you don't. You have so much more than that. So do me a favor right now, guys. Go and get your cell phones out, and you should text. Let me see which one of my listings I want you to geek out with me on. You guys all know the expert marketing suite, right? I'm sure you're the expert marketing suite in the Exit Resource Center. I'm laughing because I know the answer. Probably not enough. Guys, you should sign into this sucker daily. John, what do you guys use for e-signing or transaction management? Do you guys use Dotloop? Okay. As a habit, guys, I ask my agents, don't sign to Dotloop directly, and they're making you double sign anyway. Sign in through the Exit Resource Center. Cycle logically to me, it reminds me why I'm an exit because there's all this other cool stuff in there. And one of the cool things is you got the properties tab, you got the marketing tab. There's so much great stuff. If you go in to one of my properties, so for example, this is I'm gonna make you guys laugh. I'm gonna show you two of my listings to show you kind of how diversified I am as an agent. This is one of the two listings I'll show you that I use all my tools on. This is 5847 South Union. 5847 South Union could use a hug. It is now finally under contract at $124,900. But it really had a rough time. And I did not have any documents on it on this particular time, but the previous time that when I had that listing up the first time, it just went contingent again. I uploaded all these documents, so that's not a good example because I just hold on one second. Let me get you the better example. I thought I had all those property documents uploaded to that, and I don't. Are you guys using the expert marketing suite to, when you roll into a property in open house, have all the property documents and links?
We talk about it, but I think a lot of people use that link, because they do everything in the expert marketing suite. So yeah, something that we need to do better as a team, for sure.
So let me so I had this set up on that little property that finally went under contract. I loved on that property because I'm like, this poor guy needs to sell that house. This is my newest listing over here on Division Street. I certainly want to sell this one for $3.69 million. This one the same way. I treat all my properties the same. I love on them. I uploaded the documents to this one, and I want to show it to you. So text E115380 to the number 85377. So guys, get out your phones and do that right now. Text E115380 to the number 85377. And what's going to happen is obviously you get my cute little link to my Division Street listing, which we're still in the process of getting the marketing up and running on this because this is a giant.
0 is in the text box, and it's 85377.
Yeah, text E115380 to the number 85377. And then you're going to get this link. This link, here's what's going to happen. You're going to open that up and you're going to see, okay, it's a, it's the company's website. Great, whatever. Oh, no. There's more. It has, see where it says exclusive property documents? That has whatever you want it to have there. I worked with Exit Corporate for months on this to get this technology working. We're the only company that allows you to have, or that at this point, because we tried it with Compass, App Properties, all these other companies did not have the ability to have all these things built in where you can have PDFs right in your website links. So at your open house, if you've got floor plans, if you've got an RPR market report, a school report. So for example, I'll do it right now. Let's do a live demo. We got 5 minutes left, guys. I'm going to burn you out on time. I'm going to go in and I'm going to go back to my 33 East Division listing. And I'm going to do that area report. Let's do a report on that sucker. And then I'm going to get that downloaded. I'm going to put that right in my expert marketing suite, so that when I'm at my open house, I can literally tell people, guys, and this is what I do at my open houses. I have no paper. People are like, my sellers get nervous. They're like, where's your presentation? I'm like, oh, no. Everyone that comes through your home, they have to text me when they get in there. I literally have this little template, guys. I'll show it to you. Open house. We are now paperless. All property here. I'll make this a little bigger. A little smaller, actually, so you can see it. You guys see that okay? We are now paperless. This is literally in a framed picture that I post up. Oh my God, I can't go over there and get off camera, but I have this little frame thing that I prop up in the kitchen. You walk in. It's not a QR code because what do I want? The people's cell phone number. I don't have an open house signed in anymore, guys. You have to text E115380 to the number 85377, and you get all the information on this property. What does that give me? The people's cell phone number. There's my sign-in sheet. There's my follow-up. And what do they get? This beautiful link with all the information on the property, where you could put the MLS sheet in addition to everything else, like the rent roll, like the floor plans, like the school report that we can generate right in here through RPR. And how do you put something in there? Well, let me show you. So if you generate any sort of report, so let's do a neighborhood report. A neighborhood report is kind of a fun, easy report. There's another, look at this nicely branded. Cute, cute. Download that sucker. So when people say, what's the neighborhood like? Oh, let me tell you, without breaking fair housing. There it is right there. I'm just going to go right into the resource center. Where I was in the individual property. So I was in the expert marketing suite, my individual property, and then scroll down. See where it says documents and links? You can add a link or you can upload a document. You can actually upload a document. This is what blew my mind. I asked corporate for this. Took a little time, but they did it. This is the first company to do it. This is the RPR neighborhood report. Click to show yes on the web. And so people could literally download that document. So you could even download a buyer representation agreement. You could download whatever you want. You could have all of that literally right in that text message code. So I like to always, when I do trainings, do a little bit of RPR or a little bit of whatever else is outside of exit, and then end with something loving on exit because we're an amazing company. Guys, we are at the 60-minute mark. John, that's all the time you paid for. I appreciate you guys so much. This has been so fun. I'll take a couple minutes for questions though.
Do you have any questions?
I just wondered about that, the safety report or police report kind of.
So in RPR, they don't have, so in RPR, they don't have crime reports. There's school reports. There's not a crime report in there. But if you have a local, so depending on your jurisdiction where you're at, there may be local reports that you could upload to the Exit Resource Center and be a resource that way. So if you're going to talk about the exit tools, but as far as RPR, Realtors Property Resource, they do not have crime statistics in here. They have school statistics. They have all kinds of property data. They do not have crime statistics. They have census data left and right. They can tell you the age, they can tell you the wage, they can tell you the education level of folks, but they won't tell you whether they stabbed anybody.
Got it. Thank you.
Any other questions? Anybody? So Nick, if I wanted the follow-up training, next few months, do you have an add-on to RPR that you could, go deeper into it for the agents that would, if they want that as well?
Absolutely. And what I'd say is maybe, I can train on a bunch of stuff. I can train on database, CRM, business planning, all that stuff. John, you've got kind of like the list of what I think I'm decent at. You guys can tell me later if I'm terrible. But if you guys go into RPR and start working in it and say, well, Nick, I'd like to see how you use blank, or tell us more about blank feature. I've been trained in every module of RPR Realtors Property Resource, and especially if you give me a little notice, then I can go in and deep dive and use that tool again with my clients. Because again, I road test all this stuff. This is not something I read out of a book and I'm like, ooh, hope it works for you. I'm telling you the things that are working for me. These are things that my clients go, you didn't have this 5 years ago. You're a better agent than you were then, or this has made a difference in the way that we work together. This is why I love training, is this, I'm seeing it affect my business in a positive way too.
I appreciate you, Nick. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll look forward to, John, I'll send you the recording this afternoon. Have a great day, guys.
The next few days, I'd like to set something up for a follow-up in the next few months. We have Tammy and Keith coming in next month, so I'll kind of figure that out and I'll give you a ring.
Text me. And guys, add me on social media. I'm at Nick Liebert, NICKLIB as in boy, ERT. I'm at Nick Liebert on all social media. And then if you want to also just text Liebert, LIBERT, to the number 85377, and you'll get my digital business card. See you guys later.
See you, Nick. Thank you.
You.